Yo, 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 what up, everybody? What up, everybody? Once again, it's JB the Cowboy fan, and I'm back. Let a few people get up in here. Man, I want to talk about that. That Jerry Jones press conference he had, for training camp. Boy, I want to get y'all's opinion on that press conference Jerry Jones. Ooh, that boy was slinging shots. Real fan, what's up, real fan? What it do, bro? Yeah, I just want to talk about that press conference Jerry Jones had. Boy, he was going at Trayvon Diggs and on Micah and Dak. He was going in on both of them, if you ask me. Shit, I got a couple clips I want to play from his press conference. Woo! Boy, if Dak don't perform this season, will they eat some of that contract and let him go? Well, this is gonna be interesting this season, boy. Said Michael, I don't even really think he should be getting paid no more, nowhere near Myles Garrett or TJ Watt. He's somewhere down there with Mike Crosby and who was that? Daniil Hunter. I think he should be on that level getting paid. Real fan. Jerry can only sign players he thinks are difference makers. It's ultimately up to the players to do. Yeah. I think Jerry got down like, hey, Diggs, you need to be your ass on the field. Michael, you're gonna have to play this fifth year. You're gonna have to play this. What is it? Is fifth year option? Yeah, you're gonna have to play this out, bro. Dak, if you don't step up, shit, you're gonna be gone too. We're gonna have to take that cap hit from your ass. Real fair, Jerry. Yeah. Excuse me. 805 Vaughn, what it do? Jerry needs to go eat a McMuffin. Jerry needs a Snickers, boy. Man, I don't know if y'all listened to that press conference he had, but boy, I'm gonna have to get down. I'm gonna play a couple clips on that motherfucker, boy. Jerry can only sign prayer. Yeah, Okay, ultimately perform that. Yeah, that's right, real fan. Yep. Michael should not get more than Myles Garrett or TJ Watt. They are beasts unlike Michael. Yeah. Because they don't cry about being double teamed and being held. You know what I'm saying? They don't cry about double team. They beat double teams. They beat triple teams. They beat being held. That's facts. It's more interesting. The thing is, I'm gonna jump right into one clips I wanted to play. Boy, Jerry Jones was talking some shit, bro.
Is contracts for 4 or 5 years. Okay. There's a lot of water under the bridge if you step out there and do something in the first 2 or 3. You can get hit by a car. Seriously. And so there's a lot to look at over a lot of years that could make a big difference. Have you ever heard of any clubs committing to players and then they didn't pan out after they committed to them?
Shit, Jerry.
And so my point is there's of all the reasons in the world to when you're under contract. If you're not under contract.
Who are you talking about? Who Jerry talking about? Haven't we committed to players that who are you talking about?
If they committed to them.
Hold on, let me go back.
Okay. There's a lot of water under the bridge if you step out there and do something in the first 2 or 3. You can get hit by a car. Seriously. And so there's a lot to look at over a lot of years that could make a big difference. Have you ever heard of any clubs committing to players and then they didn't pan out after they committed to them? We have. And so my point is there.
Who he talking about? Who Jerry talking about? We committed to players that they ain't paying out at the end of it. Huh? Huh? I'm gonna keep it going. Hold on. I'm gonna keep it going.
There's of all the reasons in the world to when you're under contract. And if you're not under contract, one of the things that exacerbates this is that you have a kind of a policy or a practice to have contracts, but have like it's some kind of obligation
Get it
to do
out, Jerry. Get
something
it out.
before the contract is over. Okay? In other words, not have the benefit of the contract. Well, that goes completely against the benefit of the club, which ultimately should be to put a winning team on the field. And the more that you can husband, the more that you can spread it out and put it around and have other good players rather than all going to a few players, the better team you got. So there's a lot of reasons. Timing is a lot of reasons. And in fact, why would you go out and basically spend money just to spend money and not have had to spend it, but you can spend it 3 years later? Money costs money.
Money costs money, Jerry. Tell him, Jerry. Tell him that shit, bro. Man, I don't understand why some of these Dak fanboys don't understand what Jerry talking about, bro. Signing Dak Prescott to that contract, man, making him the highest paid player. We cap stricken now. I don't think Jerry looked like he wanted to make that mistake again. The way he was talking in this press conference, I don't think he wanted to make that mistake again.
There's a lot of reasons why. This whole business of thinking, well, my goodness, it's pretty obvious to me everything goes up. So why don't you catch it when it's low? Have you ever thought that when it's low, they're counting on it going up? And those are the numbers that are coming out? Not the ones that are going on right there. Have you ever thought about that? That's it 90% of the time.
Tell them,
they are not dealing with you in those numbers today. They're dealing with projected numbers, which also usually have more fluff than reality. They've usually got not imagination, but an expectation that those numbers are going to be higher than they are. And there's a debate. Okay, what if we're sitting here putting the club together and we're trying to get them and we don't believe they're going that high? Only God really knows, you know.
Tell them, Jay. Boy, Jerry trying to tell them, man. Money costs money. And trying to sign all these players to these high contracts in no return. What's Jerry ROI with Dak Prescott signing him to $60 million a year? He ain't got shit in return. We ain't got to no NFC Championship game or none of that.
Mike is here. He's talked all offseason about wanting to take more of a leadership role. He's talked about wanting to be great. We know he's a great player. And again, I think that we're excited that he's here. And there's a lot of ways to get this thing done. But like we've said, we're committed to having him take that next step, not just as a player, but as a leader.
Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year. Dak Prescott.
Woo! Woo! He naming names, ain't he? What Jerry say? Oh, shit.
As a player, but as a leader.
Signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year. Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about when you just.
Yo, Jerry naming names. He like, he ain't having that shit, bro. That's the thing with the I think he rethinking. And this is what I got out of his press conference, that he felt like he done overpaid Dak. He ain't got nothing in return on making Dak the highest paid player. Now, he already done paid CeeDee Lamb. So that's the quarterback and receiver. If he pay Micah Parsons and make him the highest paid non-quarterback, pay him more than goddamn TJ Watt and Myles Garrett, that's gonna be 3 players. That's over shit. We're looking at 40 million a year, 60 million there. That's over 135, 140 mil a year for just 3 players. Jerry up there naming names, talking about y'all. He talked about Trayvon Diggs. He need to be out there. This kind of that type of player making that type of money, he need to be out there being the leader. All of them. Micah, Dak, they need to be leading the team with all the money Jerry talking about. He paying their ass. Shit, I don't blame Jerry.
As the player does when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
On the Tango part of it, though, Michael said in the podcast that ownership is overcomplicated, this thing. In your mind, you guys think this has been overcomplicated?
Of all of the people that I've sat down with as a player, of all the players that I've ever negotiated with, Michael Parsons is as savvy and knowledgeable and understanding of his financial business relative to football as any player I've ever been around.
John.
Now, he's smart.
John Machado with The Athletic. Jerry, have you had a chance to actually talk to his agent yet?
I've talked with people that have talked to him. Let's put it like that. You know, I don't necessarily talk to these agents, or I don't necessarily talk to attorneys, and I do stuff everywhere, and I don't necessarily talk to the people that are hired to do certain things. I talk to the principals 90% of the time.
For Brian, when you're getting ready to come out here, your first training camp as head coach, what's like at the top of your list of what you want to get accomplished for the next 3.5 weeks?
You know, we were talking about that last night with the staff a little bit. Just, you know, we want to have a very physical training camp. You know, there's limitations to what you can do, but, you know, we want to come out of this thing knowing the emphasis of winning the line of scrimmage. Like, that's really important to us, both offensively and defensively. You know, how we want to play, be a physical style team, both offensively and defensively. And so.
Now, my thing was Shotty. They keep talking about this, you know, him, you know, playing this Marty ball what his dad did with, you know, running the ball and shit. I hear him talking about the trenches, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what it is, but I'm just having serious doubt that I know what's the offensive coordinator, Clayton Adams. I heard some good things about him being offensive line coach and everything coming out of college. I just don't know how serious they're gonna take the run game, man. I'm telling you, with Jerry Jones and with Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and Dak, and he paying all that money, man. I'm still thinking, man, they gonna. I don't know about Shotty with this prioritizing the run game and building them trenches.
I would say that maximize our padded practices. Obviously, got the work coming up against the Rams here in a couple weeks, and that's the big emphasis right now.
Tommy
Yar, StylesCowboys.com. Jerry kind of brought it up a little bit earlier with Trayvon Diggs. So what went into that decision, and then what do you want to see from him as a leader, like you mentioned, and where do you feel like he is in the recovery process?
Oh, we expect a player paid like Trayvon to be here all the time. We expect him to be leading. We expect him to be leading. But that's not new. That goes all the way back. Deion was not necessarily given to come to the weight room. And
man. Jerry is saying, look, no more of this shit. Basically, no more of me paying these high-ass contracts to y'all, and you got hurt. After I just gave you that money, you missed 2/3, you missed 8 games. Goddamn, he said, Michael, you missed 6 games. So no guarantee I'll pay you all this money, then you don't even play. That's what Jerry down talking about right now, man. I don't blame him. Jason Brewer, what's up? JJ said, when you don't show up for your job, do you get paid? Was he lying? I don't think he was. Jason, right now he is talking about the fluff numbers that Dak agent took him on. Mm-hmm. And still has not been matched. Yep. I'm telling you, man. Shit, Jerry, like, I hope he like really looking at this shit and be like, man, he need to let Michael Parsons go ahead and play this season out, bro. Real fan. That's what I've been saying. Joneses can't be good with contracts if they all want to be highest paid. Exactly. It's like it's so much you could do if you sign Micah to a contract higher than Myles Garrett or TJ Watt. I know they're 40-41, but damn, if they pay Micah the highest, they got Tyler Smith coming up. They got Bland coming up. They got like 3-4 other contracts just like this year that they're going to have to deal with next year too. Like, I don't think the Dak fanboys understand. They keep claiming that the Joneses got money to do this, but they don't want to do it. When Jerry Jones is constantly telling them, like, if I sign these guys, break the bank with these guys, we're not going to have other players that we can sign that they want to be signed that's good. Then they complain about Jerry being on the goddamn discount table signing anybody. But goddamn, y'all be rooting for all these players to get top-notch money. Then y'all want to act funny when people talking about they don't deserve that type of money. Why you watching his pockets? Yeah, you a pocket watcher. Well, who watches somebody's pockets all the time? But y'all supposed to be Cowboy fans? Come on, man. That shit can't go both ways like that. Either you could I don't think Michael going back to what he was saying previous, talking about he don't want to break the bank. You know what I'm saying? He'll do whatever he can do to get other players signed and keep good players on the team. I don't hear that coming from him. You feel me? Shit. Jason, with Michael, I don't think it's about the number, but the amount of years of the extension. The extra years help the team and the player. They can fit more pieces under the cap puzzle. Yeah? You think about the years in the extension? Okay. We're going to have to see because Jerry Jones acting like, Jerry Jones acting like it's something else. And apparently he ain't willing to do that shit right now. He already has said, but we got players on the contract and they need to honor them contracts. He like, Michael still got another year. What if I sign him to this big deal this year and he missed 6 or more games right after I signed him, like he missed 6 games last year? Dak, man, Jerry Jones. Devil Dog. What up, JB? What's good, Devil Dog? Yeah. Jason, but keep in mind, JJ talked big game last year at the same conference, but then he folded to Dak's agent. Yup. So it's on him. We will be in great position if he let it ride. Yeah, that's what he should have did. Well, goddamn Dak. Man, that's what he should have did with that. I bet you, hey Jason, I bet you he's still going. I bet you he gonna sign Michael like between like T.J. Watt and I think Max Crosby is next to T.J. Watt. He gonna sign him in between 35 and 40. I don't know what it is, but I think it's gonna be between like 35 and 40 a year, something like that. Cause I really think if he pay him, man, he gonna overpay. I'm scared he gonna overpay for Michael. I'm sorry. I just don't think Michael's he's not no generational talent to me. I don't think he need. I don't agree with that. Matt Burke, what up? Money costs money. That's got to be one of the dumbest sayings ever. That's Jerry Jones, ain't it? Ain't that Jerry? Devil Dog, that shitty contract handcuffed us. We can't afford a Happy Meal. Nope. Can't afford a 2-for-1. What is it? A 5 for 5 from Wendy's? Can't even afford a 5 for 5. Hell no. Nope. Matt Bird, like Devil Dog. I'm just happy Dak got his contract. Like those Dak fanboy, they threw a parade when Dak got that contract. I'm like, hold on, bro. That's one player on the team. That wasn't no Super Bowl. Y'all happy for one player getting a max contract? Like, come on, man. Jason, exactly. Who are you signing or trading or tagging or letting hit the market? Michael Parsons, Tyler Smith, Brandon Aubrey, DeRon Bland, Jake Ferguson. Joe got to sign Pickens. Overshown coming up. It's like, what you gonna do, bro? Like, they got so many more players that they got to deal with that it's beyond just signing Michael to a deal or whatever the Dak fanboys say. Oh yeah, they they Michael fanboys too. Devil Dog, yeah. Oh joy. What y'all talking about? Real fan. It's not the 90s when there's no cap space. That's what they act like. They act just like that. They act like it's still the 90s, bro. Where you could just sign any player for anything. Matt Burke, CD signed on the 5th year. Michael, yeah, he gonna get signed. This is Jared Theatrics to get eyes on the cap. Yeah, man, I believe he gonna sign them. My thing is just what he gonna sign. He gonna break the bank or he gonna make him the highest paid. That's my thing, Matt Burke. Is he gonna make Michael the highest paid? That's the only thing I'm like, I don't know about making him the highest paid, bro. Because to me, man, he don't show up in big games. He like Dak Prescott to me when he don't show up in big games. I'm sorry, I just never seen generational talent from Michael Parsons. And I ain't trying to hate on the guy. He's good to me, in my opinion. I mean, he's better than a lot. But when you talking about on that upper echelon level, I'm talking about I've watched games with TJ Watt and Myles Garrett. I mean, they totally just take over the games themselves. I mean, on the defensive side of the ball, they just take over the game, bro. I've seen that. Multiple games. Not just a game here, a game there, and against formidable opponents. Not just no scrubs, not against the Jets and the Giants and the Redskins when they garbage and the Panthers, and you feel me? Plus, they playing better quarterback play in their division. As far as what, Lamar Jackson over there? Who in that division? Well, Pittsburgh had some. Yeah. But in the AFC, they go up against better teams than Dak Prescott going up with, my bad, Michael Parsons. Shit. Jason, wait. I don't think. Hold on. My bad, Jason. Hold on. My bad. I skipped something. I'll get back to it. I like to get my shit in order. Devil Dog, all we can afford are scraps. But then they get mad. They get mad when we just get scraps. Jerry got the money. Jerry got the money. That's all they say. Obviously not. I think we will sign Michael, but he wants extra years to help the team. And Michael's agent ain't having it. Well, shit. Well, that's two different players. That analogy with Jalen Hurts did with his agent. Yeah. Wait, I don't think people understand what he means about money costs money. When you tie up your money, you could lose money when it's not invested but spent. So time and investments make okay. You got a point right there. That's probably what he's talking about. You might be right about that, Jason. That's might what he be talking about. DC Big Osa, what's up, bro? What's up, JB? Well, yeah. Michael got to get around 40, 45 mil. Whoa, seems like Jerry just doesn't understand what the hell the salary cap is. Damn. You think he gonna get 40 plus? You know what, man? You might be right, man. He might do some crazy shit like that, which I really don't even think he don't deserve that type of money. Are you kidding me? You might be right, bro. Devil Dog. We're a hot mess. That's like ass. I can't wait to see it. Real fair. Yo, Micah is Dak on defense. Yeah, man. He is, man. I've seen this guy play. I one of those Giants games we played, and I think it was 20. It might have been 2023. I can't remember. 2023, I think it was. I don't think Parsons recorded a tackle against the Giants. One of them years, 2022 or 2023. I can't remember which year it was. That man didn't even get a tackle against the Giants. I'm like, yo, like, and that was the Giants. Matt Burke, CeeDee Lamb, and Brandon Aubrey are the only Cowboys playing to their contracts, not counting rookie deals. Facts. Jason, Micah is good. We just need him to take the longer year extension to help the team sign or keep other players. Yeah. That's what we needed Dak to do too. But we see where his head was about his money. He ain't, man, please. I just don't think Michael deserved to be the highest paid. Man, to me, he actually playing out of position, to be honest with you. He's playing out of position to me because he don't have the size like Myles Garrett to be in there playing DN, because your responsibility is to, set the edge and stop the run too. Not only be a pass rusher, you got to set the edge and stop the run. So I'm trying to think, hold up. Why is he at that size? Because he go one-on-one on some tackles and he get abused. If he don't beat that tackle with his speed, 9 times out of 10, his strength ain't getting it. He not finna damn bull rush too many, offensive linemen. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. That's why, to me, he get tired out in games. He tires himself out because he trying to wrestle with them big boys on that O-line. He can't wrestle with them big boys. That's why he went, when was that offseason? He went wrestling, trying to wrestle sumo wrestlers and shit. I guess he was trying to build some strength up to get on them big offensive tackles. Man, I don't know. Devil Dog, the big Osa. He hasn't done shit since inception. Oh shit. Matt Burke. Whiff Devil Dog. Whiff boy. Y'all tripping. The real fan. Eagles O-line take Michael out of the game. It's like these fanboys are afraid they can't get better players when they have had a good track record with drafting. They be acting like Michael and Dak is irreplaceable. Shit. Y'all see what the Raiders did with who was that? Hassan Reddick? And I done seen Hassan Reddick show up in big games. More times than I seen Michael Parsons. And they was like, nah, bro. They was like, nah, bro. You went to the Eagles. He wasn't worth paying them that money because he wanted a bigger contract. Eagles were like, hell no. No, sir. DC Big Osa. Not only did I believe it, but that guaranteed money is going to be insane. Yep. I think so too, bro. Yes, sir. I think so too. Jason, he can go for 43 or 45, but he needs the extra years to spread it out and move the money around. The cap is a puzzle, and we have many players in the queue. Good point. I don't know how to. Shit. They're gonna have to do that. We're gonna need a good capologist. We be getting burnt with these deals, so I don't know who is No, matter of fact, it is Stephen Jones, because Jerry Jones said he don't even really be talking to the lawyers and the agents like that. So this is Stephen Jones, who is not a capologist. That's why we keep losing with these contracts. We done lost on the last 2 contracts with Dak Prescott. We done kind of with CD. I'm kind of in the middle on that one because he do be productive. So, I mean, he can only be, you know what I'm saying, depending on what the quarterback goddamn do. But he's played with some of our less quarterbacks. I think his rookie year, his second year, he played with like almost 5 different quarterbacks. And his rookie year, I think he still down there had almost 1,000 yards. So it looked like CD could be productive with almost any quarterback, pretty much. But shit, overplaying Dak Prescott? I don't know about that. Yeah, y'all talking about George Boney. What's up, George? Everybody hit that like button for JB. Yes, sir. Look at the profile pic. Hell, George. Jason, exactly. Dak's 2 4-year max QB contracts helped Dak and his agent, but it really hurt us in the money. Yup. Moving him will make it worse in the out years. So we need the longer extension for Michael. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what Jerry was talking about too. Jason, he was talking about we could have money in the latter part of the years in the contract. And we could do something with that. We'll have plenty of money there. Jerry is trying to tell you. They ain't listening. DC, Dan Quinn put Micah in the hybrid position. Look how Frankie LaVue of the Commanders is being used. Frankie does more linebacker stuff than Micah has in his whole career. And did they play in the 3-4 with Frankie LaVue? Because I think Micah probably, if they gonna put Micah at that end position, he need to be in the 3-4, not a 4-3. Not in the 4-3. He need to be in the 3-4 defense. I think that'll help him with his skills. Real for when Hassan Reddick wanted to break the bank, he got traded to the Jets. Eagles won the Super Bowl without him. Cowboys need to do the same with Micah if he wants to hold out. Let him rack up fines. Facts. Jason, CD is producing to his value of his. Yeah, he's producing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He producing, bro. So I can't even knock him for getting paid. He up there in the top 5, top 6 receivers, I think. Shit. Yeah, you got a point on that one, Jason. Real fan. If it was Howie Roseman, he would trade Dak and Micah like he did Winston. Prime examples right there. Real fan. Those are 2 key prime examples how Howie is doing and getting those guys in the Super Bowl and winning versus what goddamn Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones is doing. See, it's about the aesthetics with Jerry Jones and about that limelight and the money. That's why he re-signed that. And and I hate to say he gonna do the same thing with Michael. He gonna give him that big ass contract. I'd be surprised if Jerry made Michael play this contract. I'd be surprised, bro. I'd be surprised. Matt Burr, shout out to my subscribers with another one. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Matt. Yes, sir. Michael officially switched to DN in 2023. Because they were talking about getting his contract done then, Matt. And they was talking about how it would be more profitable for him to play DN than linebacker. But I'm thinking Michael just not smart enough to play the linebacker position. Especially in a damn 4-3. No, you know how much mental aptitude you got to have to play the linebacker position in a 4-3 defense. See, a 3-4 will help him out because it'll be 4 linebackers up back there. And he don't have to be the Mike or none of that. He could just play off. He could move up. They can move him around. But in the 4-3, he got to be the primary linebacker. And I just don't think he got the smarts to play the primary line, to play the Mike. I just don't. I don't think he had I don't think he had the work ethic for it, because you got to study to play middle linebacker. To me, he couldn't play linebacker like Fred Warner or Bobby Wagner, somebody like that. I don't see that in him playing linebacker. Jason, think about it. Patrick Mahomes' 10-year contract worked out great for both Patrick and the team. It gives them a lot of flexibility to keep folks and build a team. Pat is earning his value. Facts. Yep. And Pat is like, I think he now like the 11th highest paid quarterback. I think he making like 30. He making like what? Is it 35 mil a year? I think it's something like that. I think he's making like 35 mil a year. If I'm mistaken, Pat is making damn near twice less as Dak is making. Are you kidding me? Wow. DC, Dan Quinn's defense is a base 4-3. Okay. Is that why he get tired so much? Or that's why he was playing DN. Yeah, but he need to be in a 3-4. That's what Michael need to be in. A 3-4 base defense. Devil Dog R. Back end is a bunch of broke dicks with blown out knees. Man, all of them got blown out knees. Also, the Eagles DC owns Dak ass. I can't wait. Man, yeah, all of them. So the Eagles, I don't think they got their rookies and second-year players playing in the back end now, because they got rid of C.J. Gardner-Johnson and the other cornerback not with them no more. But you're right, our cornerbacks, man, all of them got knee injuries or coming off one. We even drafted a quarterback that just had a knee injury. Like, what kind of shit is that? Whoa. Matt Burke, Mike has already said he's reporting the training camp. Yeah, they say he was there. I don't think he gonna hold out. I'd be surprised if he did. He's gonna get paid. And unfortunately, I think Jared's gonna overpay him too. Real fans, say if they could trade Michael for 2 number ones, they could get 2 great players in the draft and get players money saved for Michael. Man, we probably real fan, they would have did that shit last year, just like put that dude on the train, blah blah. I was talking this shit almost a year and a half ago. They should have been gave this guy Herschel Walker energy. I've been saying that shit. Because, man, I just don't think he's that guy like that. I don't think he's on LT level. I don't think he's on those guys' level like a TJ Watt, Myles Garrett. That's top notch right there, bro. I just don't think he's on their level to be getting paid that type of money. I'm sorry. Jason Howard made the trades. Exactly right. Dak's agent got not 1 but 2 no trade clause. Yeah, so I blame JJ and Steve. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Who's the capologist for the Cowboys? Because we losing. We losing with these contracts, especially with that. And both of those contracts, Jason, you right. That man had a no trade clause in it and a no tag clause in them all, and both of them. How does he get both of them again? Boy, DC. Well, Michael did say that Howie Roseman is the best in the NFL. That's one thing too about Michael, man. He talked too much for me. Matt Burke, 45 mil a year for Patrick. 45? Okay, yeah. I knew it was somewhere around there. Wasn't close to goddamn. So that making 15 more million a year than Patrick Mahomes, and this dude only got 2 playoff wins. Jason, but Patrick is winning Super Bowls and is happy, and his legacy is set. He is not upset with his contract at all. He has rings and endorsements that will pay him now and in the future. He getting all that, and he got the rings. Chris C, what's up, Chris? Happy last season. Dak, man. Matt Burke. We can only hope, Chrissy. Right, like shit, bro. Real fan. There's a reason Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore didn't want to stay or come back with the Cowboys circus. Yeah, shit. I would have liked to see them actually fire Mike McCarthy, but they actually was trying to bring him back. Mike McCarthy was like, "Nah, I got a quarterback that shitty. Nah, man." Shit, he was like, he making me look bad and shit. Man, goddamn. Chrissy, we can't cut him after the season and not get killed on the cap. We talking about Dak. At some point, man, if he plays sucky this season, it don't matter what the cap hit is, man. We need to try to do something, get rid of and get him up out of there, bro. I don't know, dude. We need to figure something out. DC, Dallas Cowboys, the home of the broken knees. Man, how do you hold on? How do you go in the draft knowing you had Carson out with a knee injury, Butler out with a knee injury, Bland was hurt, you still had Diggs hurt, all on with Achilles, knees, whatever, MCLs, PCL, whatever hell, all of them had some type of injury, and then you draft another corner that has some of the same injury, who just had surgery the year previous. Then you get rid of Jay Lou, who was our slot monster. Who gonna play the slot now? Who's gonna play the slot? And who's gonna play it like Jay Lou was playing? Matt Burke. Then I hope the Cowboys really suck at 2024. I want Dak gone. Man, don't we all, bro? Don't we all? Chrissy, Michael playing too much on the line. He could be better if we play him at linebacker. I think so too. I think so. I think he will be better at linebacker. My thing is, will he take the position serious and do more studying for that position? That's why I think he'll be better in the 3-4 defense. But we're running a 4-3, so he's probably gonna be played just like Dan Quinn played him. We're gonna play the same thing. Like Eberflus probably gonna. I don't know what Eberflus gonna do with Michael. I don't know. You could say move him around and do all this shit, and I don't know. But eventually he's gonna get tired. For some reason, he always get tired, bro. I don't know what that should be. Devil Dog. Dak must have a video of Jerry. He has something on him, man. I don't know what it is, bro, but you might be read something. Because ain't no way, bro, he can still get paid and do all this. But Jerry Jones said it in that press conference, though. Shit. Dak gonna have to step it up, the real fan. I've argued with a couple of guys about Dak. They say Dak is one of the best QBs in the league, statistically. They say he has played so well, they had to resign him. Now, like I said in my video I made, they didn't resign Dak, you know what I'm saying, for potentially for a Super Bowl win or run. Signed that for business decision. So he even said it. It's a chance now for people, they look at the brand and look at the Cowboys, and that benefits all of us. So he more worried about the brand. He ain't worried about winning Super Bowls. He's worried about the brand of the team, the name, the Dallas Cowboys, the hype. He not worrying about championships, Super Bowls. He worried about the brand. Are you kidding me? Oh shit. I want to see.
So all of that comes to play.
Hold up. I want to see. I want to see this. Hold up.
The thing I would say is contracts are 4 or 5 years. Okay. There's a lot of water under the bridge if you step out there and do something in the first 2 or 3. You can get hit by a car. Seriously. And so there's a lot to look at. over a lot of years that could make a big difference. Have you ever heard of any clubs committing to players and then they didn't pan out after they committed to them? We have. And so my point is there's of all the reasons in the world to, when you're under contract, and if you're not under contract, one of the things that exacerbates this is that you have a kind of a policy or a practice to have contracts, but have like it's some kind of obligation to do something before the contract is over. Okay? In other words, not have the benefit of the contract. Well, that goes completely against the benefit of the club, which ultimately should be to put a winning team on the field.
Right. Are they missing what? They not picking up what Jerry's putting down. I don't think they are. They're not picking up what this guy putting down, bro. Jerry trying to tell their ass, man. Shit. Crazy. Michael gets tired because he too light in the ass. Real DNs are about 40 pounds heavier. Dan Quinn was just making it work as a Band-Aid when he had, yep, good point, Chris. He sure the hell was. He was just trying to make some shit work with what he had. Yeah, that's why he probably got switched to DN instead of playing that, the linebacker position. But I don't think Michael tried to fight to play linebacker either, or try to be like, look, I'll play both. You know what I'm saying? Or just focus on linebacker, even though he had to step in and play DN at some points. But I just don't think DN is his strength. I'm sorry. Real fan. I brought 2019 Eagles and Jets games, also the 49er playoffs game. They blame coaching, defense, and the Joneses. They say talking to me is like a brick wall. Shit, talking to them was like a brick wall. It just seems so easy for them to blame everything else around Dak, and like they scared as fuck to give Dak, you know what I'm saying, the accountability when he's the fucking quarterback. Damn, bro. DC, you might be right about Michael playing out of position. I remember a game earlier in the season and the Tampa Bay running back chipped Michael one time, and it took Michael right out of the game mentally. Bro, I'm telling you, because he'll start complaining, bro. And then he'll get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he didn't work that hard. He couldn't get a sack. I'm like, but he got held, so he couldn't get a sack. But I'm like, man, you got to play through that. You got to overcome that shit. I mean, I think we all have seen this guy, man. He'll just got down flame out towards the end of the season. He'll rack up a lot of sacks, and a lot of them come against the NFC East. Just like Dak numbers against the NFC East. But when it comes against them good teams, or when it comes to the playoffs, man, I think I might have to correct myself. But what I remember is I think Michael Parsons only got in 8 games against the Eagles. I think Michael only got 5 or 6 sacks, some shit like that. Jason, damn, JJ was cooking today. The fanboys took it personal. They should focus on solutions that help both the team and the player. Instead, they pit them against each other. Man, Jason, man, you on fire tonight, bro. You are on fucking fire tonight, bro. Yes, sir.
And the more that you can husband, the more that you can spread it out and put it around and have other good players rather than all going to a few players, the better team you got. So there's a lot of reasons. Timing is a lot of reasons. And in fact, why would you go out and basically spend money just to spend money and not have had to spend it, but you can spend it 3 years later? Money costs money.
Money costs money, bro.
There's a lot of reasons why. This whole business of thinking,
what you say, Jerry?
Basically spend money just to spend money and not have had to spend it, but you can spend it 3 years later. Money costs money.
Money costs money, homeboy. What you talking about? I can't just be willy-nilly out here, just throwing dollars at everybody, making it rain on anybody and everybody. Yes, I'm not in. We're not in a position to be making it rain just to make it rain. Well, y'all need to stop with that shit. DC, what the fuck is Jerry talking about? Man, he talking about he don't want to pay. He's talking he don't want to pay Michael, but I think he will. And he talking about goddamn overpaying Dak Prescott because he got hurt. Jerry talking about he don't want to waste his money because his ROI with Dak Prescott is minus. He in the negative. He's in the negative with his ROI with Dak Prescott, and that's what he don't want to do. That's what he don't want to do, DC. Devil Dog. We can suck, and I'm still getting my money 30 years later and counting, shaking my head. Jerry should go poster on these underachieving, overpaid bums. He should. And I think in this press conference, he said a lot, Devil Dog, to me. What I heard him say, he putting Trayvon Diggs on notice. He putting Dak on notice. He's putting Micah on notice. I hope he followed through with these notices. That's what the people talk about culture changing. To me, stuff like this would be culture change. No, let them ass play it out or let their ass go. They haven't produced anything, Dak or Micah. Neither one of them has produced anything. So Jerry need to let them nuts hang like Howie Roseman. Nah, y'all can get the stepping. You can take this or get the stepping. Because to me, I don't think Micah, to me, he's in that Danielle Hunter, Max Crosby, Hassan Reddick. He's in that area to me. He's in that 2-tier. So, yeah. Devil Dog, his best years were with Quinn. He knew how to use him effectively. Now he'll get paid a check and out. Or get paid and check out. Yeah. I think so too. And that's what Jerry Jones was talking about. He missed 6 games last season. Who's to say he might not miss 6 or 6 plus? And you want me to sign him to this big contract? When 2 or 3 years down the line, we can have money to pay other players that'll help the team go further than where we've gone? Shit. Chris E. Exactly. Michael eat good on sorry teams and O-lines. Facts. Facts. Nothing on the 49ers and the Eagles. 2 of our biggest teams that we go against damn near almost every year now. We know the Eagles, but hell, we've been playing the Niners in the regular season and in the playoffs. Shit. We've been seeing the Niners down there every year for the last, since 2020? In the regular season and the playoffs, we've been seeing the Niners. And neither one of them did shit against the Niners. Devil Dog, Jerry done lost his damn mind. The real fan. I bring up Dak and Kirk Cousins stats, pretty much saying they're similar QBs. They hate when I brought up trading Wentz worked out. Washington was right about Kirk, and the Giants was wrong about Jones. Bro, they don't want to hear nothing that will critique they lover boy. Period. Devil Dog, he can't admit that was a mistake. Yeah, but he was saying it in that press conference, Devil Dog. He was saying it, but he was admitting. That's what I'm saying. He to me, he putting them on notice. My only thing is I want to see Jerry Jones follow through with that shit. That's my thing. I want to see Jerry Jones follow. He gonna speak loud, but then end up signing Michael Parsons. And then possibly overpaying his ass and making the highest pay. Man, shit. Jerry, you can't be talking like you got big nuts in your drawers and then fold like a lawn chair. Shit, real fan. They weren't pleased with me saying all that stuff. They are afraid of the unknown. Yeah. See, I ain't afraid if we get rid of Dak and we go 3-14 or some shit like that. So what? I'd rather do that than have all this, you know what I'm saying? These people saying we got this good ass quarterback and we keep failing with him. That don't make sense either. I would rather goddamn go ahead and just y'all some come sweating this motherfucker. I need to turn my fan on, but I don't like that damn loud noise. I don't want that noise. But yeah. Shit. DC. Hopefully this is the Dak Prescott retirement tour for the Cowboys. I hope so. Bad as I want us to win, bad as I want us to go deep in the playoffs, I don't have the confidence that we will because of that. So I want us to win, but I hope. I mean, I don't hope, but I'm kind of at a point where I kind of hope this dude don't play good because it need to be confirmation that he need to be gone. I would like to see him do good. I just don't have the confidence that he will. So I'm looking at it like, so I don't have the confidence that he will. He's going to show me that his true self, and I really hope the Joneses do something about it. That's my thing. I hope they do something about this shit, man. Instead of keep letting him come back after cheating on us. Jason, that's the key. JJ has to follow up with his rhetoric. Like last preseason, he talked big, but then they folded on Dak. It's hurting us. Yup. We have many in the queue. Yes, sir. God damn, Jason, you cooking tonight, bro. You is cooking, bro. Devil Dog. Jerry needs to learn how to work his salary cap. But Devil Dog, he admits it's Stephen Jones. It's Stephen Jones. Jerry said he don't even talk to the agents. He don't even talk to the lawyers. He don't even talk to the numbers, really. It's Stephen Jones. He the one losing this battle at the cap table. Like, man, I think if Jerry had it his way, he might fuck this shit. He'll go get all the top free agents. Man, I think Stephen Jones, man, for some reason, he fucking us up with this cap situation too, bro. I think Stephen Jones really fucking us with this cap situation. Because even Jerry Jones said it was Stephen Jones that did Dak's deal. He did that deal. And was piss poor at that. Chris E., the smart thing would be to trade Michael to a team like Jacksonville that thinks they could get good fast and get a top 10. Yeah. Mm-hmm. he need that Herschel Walker energy. Uh-huh. That's what he need. Jason, last year when JJ blew up at the reporter for 103.5 The Fan, I remember that. He was showing his regret for folding to all the fanboys in MSM Heat. He knew he had made a mistake and took it out on, yeah. And that's why he going off in this press conference too. Yes, sir. I think that too, Jason. Mm-hmm. That's facts. Real fan. I also told them Eagles took a chance on Jalen Hurts, who was known for being a not so good passer that paid dividends. They say QBs don't grow on trees. But they scared to take a chance regardless. And as we look at Jalen Hurts, he's getting better and better ever since he was drafted. He's getting better and better with his passing. He's getting better and better. He's getting better with the deep ball. He's getting better, period. But he didn't really have to throw if you know, so just like what Dak didn't really have to throw when he had Zeke. The man only scored, he only put up 23 touchdowns his rookie year with Zeke. Come on, man. They act like Dak was just slinging that shit around like he was this great masterful passer and shit. But they want to hate on Jalen Hurts for it. Shit, Jalen Hurts, man, I don't even, y'all know I made my videos about that guy. He's an Eagle. But I respect game. You feel me? I respect game. I recognize this guy. He's grown every year since he's been in the league. He has went to different stages of regular season, playoff, first round, second round, third round, championship, Super Bowl. He done did that shit in less time than Dak. Dak is regressing, if you ask me. Jalen Hurts on the incline. Dak is on the decline. That's facts. That's facts. Double dog. Well, if Steven is running shit, we're doing, yeah, and he's showing it. He's showing it. Like, man. DC. Oh, I meant to tell you that I went to visit my old orthopedic surgeon to do some catching up. And I showed him the clip of Dak on the sideline. Oh, shit, DC. What happened, bro? What did he say? What did your orthopedic surgeon say, bro? Because I know it couldn't have been that Dak was okay with doing that shit. I know it couldn't have been. I know it couldn't have been okay for him to do that shit like that. What did he say, bro? Let me know. Let me know what he said. Shit, ain't no way that dude could be doing that shit what he was doing on the damn sideline. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't think so. No way, man. You gotta let me know, DC, what he said. That's crazy, man. Man, walking around, sitting down, no crutches, no bandage wrapped around his leg, no ice, no nothing. He just sitting and standing and doing all that shit on the sideline. Then in the Eagles game, he dodging players like he playing tackle football. Are you kidding me? Ain't no way, bro. There is no way. Ain't no way he tore that hamstring off the bone. Jason, Jalen Hurts also is only in his first max QB contract, and he added years to his extension. This helps the team out a lot, and they made a great trade to build the team. Thanks, Jason, because actually, yeah, y'all, I know y'all see my video when we talk about that shit. And Jalen Hurts got down, told his agent, don't come back to me when the deal is done. Don't exclude my teammates. And don't sign no deal that's gonna that's gonna mess up the cap. His emphasis was on that. He didn't even want to talk to his agent until she got it done the way he wanted. So to me, that's what I'm like, why couldn't Dak talk to his agent like that? You mean to tell him, don't Todd France work for Dak? Just like Miss Lynn worked for Jalen Hurts? Did Dak really have to be the highest paid? Why was he looking out for the cap? Why was he looking out for his teammates? The real fan is Stephen Jones was in charge of that contract. He could have had leverage by sitting Dak. But that's and to me, real fan, to me, that's culture changing too. When Dak played bad, he never gets sit. Has Dak ever been benched for bad play? I've never seen Dak get benched for bad play. To me, that's culture change. I've never seen this guy get benched for bad play. Chrissy, the Eagles also focused on a good run game even before Saquon to help Jalen. All we did was overpay Zeke and hurt Dak, and Dak had no room for error in his development. Yeah, but I feel you on that. But when he had Zeke healthy, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do shit with Zeke. And you got a good point. Jalen Hurts was doing this before Saquon got there. They went to the Super Bowl before Saquon. Jalen Hurts, in his first year starting in 2021, he went to the playoffs with just Devonta Smith. He didn't even have A.J. Brown when he went to his first playoff game. They lost, but he went there without all this stuff they say he got now. You feel me? And in 2021, Dak Prescott had a loaded ass team. He had way more weapons than Jalen Hurts had in 2021. And he got bounced out the first round like Jalen Hurts did, but he had more weapons than Jalen Hurts. He had a better team than Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts was younger than him at that time. DC, first of all, there's no way a person athletic or not will be standing for any period of time after 7 days. Nope. And you see what that guy was doing on the sideline, DC. Chrissy, I hate Philly, but respect what they built. Yeah, man. That would make me even madder. And even Zach Martin said that, Chris. Zach Martin said, man, it pissed him off so much. Like, he respect playing the Eagles, and he said even the Eagles one of his favorite teams to play against because of the competition. But he also said that we've had some of the same or better teams than the Eagles, and we didn't get it done. See, bro, double dog, drug-induced flexibility. Jason, Dak has regressed because we can no longer afford putting the players in place he needs to produce. He can thank his agent. Exactly. That's why they so hyped about him having Pickens now. They so hyped thinking Pickens is just going to change everything, you know what I'm saying, for Dak Prescott. But they had that same hype when we signed goddamn Cooks. When we signed Brandon Cooks in 2023, they had the same hype they got about Pickens now. And that shit, when we got Cooks, Cook said, man, they ain't even use me right. Cowboy didn't even use me right. That might be Pickens saying the same shit. You feel me? DC. Second, there's a period of time called not weight bearing. And that's what should have been happening. But we seen the whack ass QB playing dodge. He was giving them the Heisman pose over there, DC. Dak was over there giving them the Heisman pose on the sideline, bro. Talking about Robert Parrish, Yo JB. What up, Robert? What's good, man? I'm glad you stepped by, man. Yes, sir. I appreciate everybody stopping by tonight. I was gonna come on early, man. I damn dozed off and shit. But I said, no, I wanted to talk about this, man. So I was like, I don't care, 11, 12 o'clock, man. We got to talk about this shit, bro. Jerry Jones got them throwing flames on it. I hope he stick to it, though. I just hope he stick to it. That's my thing. Chrissy, you right. Dak had a squad. Just saying we keep giving players contracts after it's obvious they need to go. Yeah. Devil Dog, 3-year window slammed shut when the NFC was a free-for-all. Yep. That was his opportunity. Shit, that was our opportunity as the Cowboys with Dak as the leader. That was his opportunity, bro. I mean, goddamn, we was the NFC least. They didn't even call us the NFC East. Bro, we was the NFC least. And Dak did shit with him. A real fan, they say Hurts and Aikman won those Super Bowls because he had a super team. Put Dak on the 2024 Eagles. He blows it against the Rams. Dak had a good enough team in 2016, 2019, 2021. And yes, sir. All those years. That's the window Dak missed. You got to strike the iron when it's hot. You got to take advantage of your opportunities when they come to you. You don't take advantage of your opportunities, you're not guaranteed that you're going to get back there to do it again. You can't just waste those type of opportunities like that, especially in the NFL. You think you're going to get back to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl like that? Like, come on, man. He had opportunity after opportunity, brother. When you, it's like a chick, man. When you get her number, you know what I'm saying? You got the opportunity to holler at her. You get her number, but then you mess it up by just goddamn talking too much. Bro. Oh, yeah, so many opportunities to get it done. Robert Parrish, I'm late, but what did JJ say this time? Man, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this second clip. I got
Role. He's talked about wanting to be great. We know he's a great player, and again, I think that we're excited he's here. And there's a lot of ways to get this thing done, but like we've said, we're committed to having him take that next step, not just as a player, but as a leader.
Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott.
Oh, shit.
So there's a lot
to having him take that next step, not just as a player.
You're out there naming names, boy. Boy, Jerry ain't having that shit this year, bro. He out there naming names,
So
Robert.
there's a lot of things you can think about when you, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
On the Tango part of it, though, Mike was said in the podcast that ownership has overcomplicated this thing. In your mind, you guys think this has been overcomplicated?
Of all of the people that I've sat down with as a player, of all the players that I've ever negotiated with, Michael Parson is as savvy and knowledgeable and understanding of his financial business relative to football as any player I've ever been around.
John.
Now, he's smart.
John Machado with The Athletic. Jerry, have you had a chance to
Jerry being passive aggressive, boy.
I've talked with people that have talked to him. Let's put it like that. You know, I don't necessarily talk to these agents, or I don't necessarily talk to attorneys, and I do stuff everywhere, and I don't necessarily talk to the people that are hired to do certain things. I talk to the principals 90% of the time.
For Brian, when you're getting ready to come out here, your first training camp as head coach, what's like at the top of your list of what you want to get accomplished over the next 3.5 weeks?
You know, we were talking about that last night with the staff a little bit. Just, you know, we want to have a very physical training camp. You know, there's limitations to what you can do, but, you know, we want to come out of this thing knowing the emphasis of winning the line of scrimmage. Like, that's really important to us, both offensively and defensively. You know how we want to play, be a physical style team, both offensively and defensively. And so I would say that maximize our padded practices. Obviously got the work coming up against the Rams here in a couple of weeks. And that's the big emphasis right now.
Tommy.
Tommy Yar, StylesCowboys.com. Jerry kind of brought it up a little bit earlier with Trayvon Diggs. So what went into that decision? And then
Jerry going in on Diggs too.
As a leader, like you mentioned, where do you feel like he is in the recovery process?
Oh, we expect a player paid like Trayvon to be here all the time. We expect him to be leading. We expect him to be leading. But that's not new. That goes all the way back. Deion was not necessarily given to come to the weight room. And I explained to him that it meant a lot for him to be in there. I said, does the fact that I have more weight trainers and more equipment and I work hard every day have anything to do with it? And I said, it needs to have some show with it, and so that all the team and everybody can do it. He said, you're.
I want to go back real quick though. I want to go back to what he said about Dak. Hold on, Lisa.
But as a leader.
Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year. Highest paid at the position. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year. Dak Prescott. So there's a lot.
Jerry, like, man, I I ain't trying to overpay these dudes no more, bro. My ROI on these dudes is in the negative. I ain't got to an NFC Championship game, let alone the Super Bowl. I ain't got to an NFC Championship game signing these dudes to all this money. DC, I'm just going to wrap this shit up. Tom Brady ran through a shitty division. Dak Prescott is constantly pissing down his own leg. Yeah, man. He didn't take advantage of the division like Tom Brady did. He sure hell didn't. Chris E. Bryant, Cooper, Gallup, Cooks, Lamb. We could have Moss and Rice, and it won't make a difference. He's going to choke in the playoffs. Please let this be Dak's last season. It don't matter, Chris. It don't matter who we put around this guy. He's still going to fold. Robert Parrish, oh my God, fanboys ain't going to be having that. But I bet you they won't talk about or play any of that. What Jerry Jones was saying. I mean, he literally said that shit twice. He said he brought up Dak name and he brought up Dak name twice, really. Shit, what Dak said. I mean, what he said about Dak.
There's a lot of water under the bridge if you step out there and do something in the first 2 or 3. You can get hit by a car. Seriously. And so there's a lot to look at over a lot of years that could make a big difference. Have you ever heard of any clubs committing to players and then they didn't pan out after they committed to them? We have. And so my point is there's
Sherry said, look, I done gave these dudes money before and they ain't did shit. Huh?
You ever heard of any clubs committing to players and then they didn't pan out after they committed to them? We have.
We have. Sherry said we have. Who y'all think he talking about? Huh? Real fans, it's not Jerry's fault. Players don't come ready to play. Facts. Double Dog, the Slurpee Holics think Shotty is going to change things. No way, no how. First year coach, okay. Yeah. I'm not trying to be hard on Shotty. I just think he's a first year head coach who didn't have no influence on the run game in 2023 and 2024 when he was offensive coordinator. He had no pride or what's the word I'm looking for? Prioritization with the run game. But I've been hearing shit that he was behind the offense changing. What was it, 2023, I think it was? When we started off like real slow and the offense wasn't doing nothing. Then they finally picked up that 5th game. I think it was against the Rams or something. They saying Shotty had something to do with the offense moving towards slinging the ball more. But he didn't have no influence on the run game, us running the ball more or more efficiently. Where was he at in the run game? I thought the run game was his DNA. Huh? That's what I thought.
So my point is there's of all the reasons in the world to when you're under contract. If you're not under contract, one of the things that exacerbates this is that you have a kind of a policy or a practice to have contracts, but have like it's some kind of obligation to do something before the contract is over. Okay? In other words, not have the benefit of the contract. Well, that goes completely against the benefit of the club, which ultimately should be to put a winning team on the field. And the more that you can husband, the more that you can spread it out and put it around and have other good players rather than all going to a few players, the better team you got. So there's a lot of reasons. Timing is a lot of reasons. And in fact, why would you go out and basically spend money just to spend money and not have had to spend it, but you can spend it 3 years later? Money costs money. So there's a lot of reasons why. This whole business of thinking, well, my goodness, it's pretty obvious to me everything goes up. So why don't you catch it when it's low? Have you ever thought that when it's low, they're counting on it going up? And those are the numbers that are coming out, not the ones that are going on right there. Have you ever thought about that? That's it, 90% of the time. They are not dealing with you in those numbers today. They're dealing with projected numbers, which also usually have more fluff than reality. They've usually got not imagination, but an expectation that those numbers are going to be higher than they are.
Facts.
And there's a debate. Okay, what if we're sitting here putting the club together and we're trying to get them and we don't believe they're going that high? Only God really knows, you know.
Boy, Jerry said enough is enough. Overpaying these players who ain't producing. That's what he's talking about. Jason, translation of Jerry Jones on Michael. We met, we had a deal, and then his agent got involved and fucked it all up. JJ is stone cold, just like the blow up on the 105.3 The Fan reporter. He was not having it. He is really mad at himself and Steven, but he let them have business. Facts, Jason. Devil Dog. All Madden squad couldn't help his sorry ass. We know it, man. Boy, that 2021 team, boy, woo. He had Schultz. He had Zeke. He had Pollard. He had Amari Cooper. He had CeeDee Lamb. He had Michael Gallup. Boy, if you want to talk about a damn super team, then he had Diggs with 11 picks. Huh? The defense was balling in 2021. I think that year we led the league in turnovers. Hell, we was top 5, top 7, I think, in sacks. Top 5 in sacks. So we was top 5 in sacks, number 1 in turnovers. Bro, we had a squad and he ain't do shit with it. Shit, Devil Dog. Jerry's tired of them getting his tax-free Texas money with nothing in return. Man, his investment in Dak, oh my God, he is lost on every level with that one. He has lost on every level with that. Official famous music. What's up, bro? What happened? Dak gonna make a fool out of Shotty. But Shotty low-key could be just happy to be there after Dak get through with him. Yeah, he probably could just be happy. This is his first head coaching job. You know, he already said earlier in what, this was before OTA. This was just going into the off season. Yeah, that was OTA when he said the reporter asked him about Milton, and he immediately went to Dak. Talking about we said they're all, what did he say? They're all in development. Oh yeah, especially Dak. Dak too. He's in the developmental phase too. Matt Burke, how do you go out and get two number 1 wide receivers and a bunch of scrubs at running back if you're going to be a run first team? Right. That's why I don't really think the run's going to be prioritized. When I say that, I mean like 60-40. Like, we need to be running the ball more than we're throwing it. And I just don't think that's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. I hate to say it, bro. Robert Parrish, does anybody have any players going over Shotty's head since he in his first year coach? And what are y'all's over and under before Pickens explodes the sideline? Oh, shit. You know what, Robert? It might be both Pickens and that. Pickens. And then goddamn, I think it's going to be like 3 games. Pickens going to snap. Hell, M. Breezy already showed him in minicamp. You know what I'm saying? He already showed him in minicamp being disappointed he didn't get the ball thrown to him. Shit. Yeah. DC Big Osa. Shouty has a good bloodline, but so does Michael Jordan. I don't see nobody wear LJ shirts. I talking nice. They keep going back to that DC. Well, his dad was this, his dad was that. I don't know, bro. I didn't see him following his dad's footsteps when he was offensive coordinator for the Cowboys in 23-24. Because all they kept talking about was Martin Schottenheimer was a run-first offensive coach. He believed in the trenches and running the ball. That's why they call it Marty Ball. I don't think he's gonna follow in that bloodline, bro. And that's what I see so far. Because of the example when he was offensive coordinator, he didn't convince McCarthy to run the ball in no shape, form, or whatever. So, Gospel Sports Lounge, what's happening, bro? Trey, Micah, and Dak. We would get a lot of picks. Micah crybaby, and I think when Jerry Jones said something like, just because we pay him doesn't mean he's gonna be here. Could that mean a trade in the future? I don't know about a trade, but I think he was referencing that Michael was out 6 games. He's missed a couple of games before he was out those 6 games last year. Or unless he's saying 6 games. Did he miss 6 games last year, or he talking about in totality of Michael? Did he miss 6 games? I think he did miss 6 games last season. He sure hell did. I don't know. I think if they was thinking about trading him, I think they could have did. They would have got a lot in return last season. I don't know. Maybe they could probably get more because he ain't hurt. He coming in healthy. It could be, but I think he was more talking about he got hurt last year and he missed 6 games. And I think Jerry don't want to goddamn really be like, yeah, I paid him. And then he don't show up because Dak did him the same way. Dak just did him like that last season. This past season, when he signed his ass before the Cleveland game, he only played 8 games and he was done. So Jerry like, man, Matt Burke, Jerry shut up with the gaslighting. Jerry shut up with the gaslighting. Everyone, but you extend their premier players before free agency are doing it. You're the only clown GM who waits until training camp to pay your big guys. And that's one thing I gotta give to Jerry. He be fucking up with goddamn sign, but at the same time, Stephen Jones got a lot to do with this, Matt Burke. Unfortunately, Stephen Jones has a lot to do with these contracts, man, when they're being signed. That's not cool right there, man. He ain't no capologist in no way, shape, or form. Jason, the fanboys think the NFL agents are stupid. JJ knows the agents know exactly how to calculate the future cap increases. In the end, the NFL annual cap increases get eaten up before we even get it. And that's one thing they keep saying, Jason. Oh, the cap is going to go up in 2026. 2027 is going to go up. It's going to go up. But what does that mean, though? That's why Jerry Jones was talking about, in the 3 years in the future, we can have this much money, and we didn't have to sign him for that. That's why Jerry said that. That's facts, Jason. Chris, I think the 2016 squad was almost as good, but Aaron Rodgers did Aaron Rodgers things. That's the only playoff loss I give Dak a pass on. Well, Dak so did start off slow in that playoff game too. He didn't really start coming back until I think the Packers went into a prevent defense and he started catching up. You see, when it mattered in the first quarter, he wasn't there. When it mattered in the second quarter, he wasn't there. See, that's the thing about Dak. When it counts, he don't put up those yards and have those statistics. But later on in the game, when he behind and that defense, drop back and prevent because they feel like, man, whatever. That's when he gets easier passes. Oh shit! Oh boy, this shit is crazy. Devil Dog, Robert, he's going to know what playing with the ball feels like. Yep, he sure is. Pickens gonna realize, and they keep saying that Pickens came from playing with Justin Fields and damn, he with the Giants now, and who's the other quarterback? I forgot the other quarterback for Pittsburgh. But anyway, they act like they was all bums, but they was getting him the ball deep. They forget those stats that Pickens got. 16 point some yards a catch. They call them bums, but they was getting him the ball. Those quarterbacks was getting Pickens the ball. I don't know if Dak gonna be able to get him the ball like that. See, they weren't scared to put it up in a jump ball scenario for Pickens. You see? And Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was his quarterback too. Russell Wilson has had the history as having the best being one of the best deep ball throwers since he's been in the league. He's been at top 2, top 3 in the league since he's been in the league at deep ball throwing. So they forgetting about that with Russell Wilson. See, even Justin Fields was getting him the ball deep consistently. When Dak had a receiver that could go deep, how many times he was missing Cooks on the deep ball? Dak was missing Cooks on the deep ball on a regular basis. It was almost a shame how much he was missing this guy deep. And he was one of our deep ball receivers. He did it with all the other quarterbacks he was with before he got to Dallas. George, the year y'all lost at San Francisco in the playoffs, that was the Cowboys' year. That defense shut my 49ers down. But Dak and his INTs threw the game away. And see, they don't want to give a defense credit for that game. If they don't get a defense, when the defense hold opponents 19, 16, 12 points, and we still lose, they'll say, well, Tony Pollard got hurt. See, George, in that 22 playoff game, Tony Pollard got hurt. And they made excuses why Dak didn't perform because he didn't have a run game. That's what they do, man. Matt Burke. Howdy, Robert. Looking forward to your Commanders. Shit, Dak ain't gonna better run through the Commanders like he used to. He is not gonna better run through the Commanders. He probably ain't gonna better run through the Giants like he used to. Chris, Pickens and Lamb explode around Halloween. You give him what? So the season starts set so you give him a month, Chris. You give him a month. You give him 4 games. Yeah, you give him 4 games. Well, Halloween. So that'll be Halloween at the end of October. So you talking about like about the 7th, 8th week. He gonna have a fit. Devil Dog. Pickens will get paid and be gone next year. Nobody wants to come here and play with his sorry ass. And it seemed like they want to see what Pickens going to do, Devil Dog, because they could sign Pickens right now, really. They can really throw Pickens a contract right now. It's crazy they're gonna let him play it out and see how he acts and see what he's gonna do. Now, what if he ball out actually? But we still don't like. Say he ball out, we get 10 wins and we don't make the playoffs or we get bounced in the first round. I think he gonna get a contract for somebody. He probably ain't gonna want to play here. You got a good point, Double Dog. True Gospel of Jesus Christ Church. Okay. This me, Gospel Sports Line, but this is my other account. But I was just thinking that maybe Jerry, like, I'll pay Micah now, but heck, I could pull a Herschel Walker trade if Micah and the Cowboy doesn't work out. I'm thinking he should have been on that level. Gospel Sport Lounge. I think he probably should have been on that level, bro. True Gospel. Or I could be wrong. I mean, those are scenarios that's possible. But one thing I kind of think is about business with Jerry, and if you got Micah, he's supposed to be the next LT, and it's all about, the limelight and the brand. As Dak Prescott said, it's about the brand. So, yeah, man. Double Dog. He rises up against sorry teams and shrink like nuts and cold. Yeah, Robert Perry, Russell Wilson, yeah. Like I was saying, he was one of the best deep ball throwers. He was throwing the pickings. They want to act like these quarterbacks Pickens played with scrubs and like Dak is just so much better than them, but all of them seem to have better accuracy throwing the ball deep than Dak. At the same time, when Pickens was getting a deep ball thrown to him by them scrubs, he couldn't hit Cooks deep consistently. So what are they saying? What the fuck are they saying? I ain't saying too much about that. True Gospel. I think I got the Cowboys going 8-9. That's what I'm about, man. For real. I'm about 8-9. 8, 9, 9, and 8. Either somewhere around those, you know what I'm saying? The Slurpaholics say Dak is an elite deep ball. I know that's what they be saying, bro. But we seen the evidence of him missing Cooks so many times last season, especially at important times in the game. I remember one against Buffalo early in the game. We could have took the lead and just, took the momentum in that game. Cooks was he was open, threw the hand up, run it deep down the middle. He was open. Dak just overthrew his ass. Like, come on, bro. Come on, DC. Two high safeties is Dak Prescott's kryptonite. That's why he holds the ball so long. They swear Dak just sit back in the pocket and just manipulate the defense. That's why they hate on Jalen Hurts so much, because they feel like Jalen Hurts don't step back in the pocket and read the defense like Dak. Oh, shit, he can't even read the damn defense. True Gospel. Dak reached his ceiling like a long time ago. He like a Tim Tebow, just a little bit higher. Yep. Yeah, he reached his ceiling, man. He is what he is now. He's not, you think he's going to get better? The older he is getting and the more wear and tear on his body, he's supposed to be better? You telling me he's supposed to be better? Boy, they got it twisted, boy. Double Dog, Big O, so I can't wait to see what the Eagle DC does to him. Right. Exactly. Matt Bird, doesn't look like we have an out on Dak until 2027. 129 Dak dead cap hit in 2026. Yeah. I know, man. It's rough, man. Oh, boy. That contract. It's a killer. It's a killer. DC, just think about it like this. I believe that not enough credit is given to Dan Quinn's defense. Do you know 2021 they led the league in interception at the top? Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah. 2 of the 3 years Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator for us, we led the league in turnovers, and we was top 10 in sacks. 2 of the 3 years he was coaching. We led the league in turnovers, and we was top 5 in sacks. I don't know how much more you want the defense to do. Then we holding the good teams to 19 points and under sometime, 22 points. I mean, what else the defense supposed to do? Pitch a fucking shutout every game? So the defense got to pitch shutouts every game. They got to get like 3-4 turnovers a game. That got to have number ones across the board at every position. He got to have Andy Reid as the coach, but Andy Reid ain't win no Super Bowl till he got Patrick Mahomes. It's like, man. Chris E., that's my eyes on. We played Washington October 19th. Debo coming in to that beach cruiser. He coming in on that beach cruiser. Man. We ain't gonna be able to walk over Washington like we used to. We ain't gonna be able to walk over the Giants like we used to. And then when we played the Eagles, we either played them when they was hurt. They had a weak quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They had backups in, their third stringers, fourth stringers. And then at that time, we still couldn't beat them. Especially when it mattered the most. Real fan. That's horrible contract makes him uncuttable and untradeable. And he got the goddamn trade clause and no tag clause in there, both of those contracts. This shit getting depressing, boy. This dude with this contract, because we can't. He not producing. He ain't doing nothing. So we paying him. We're losing both ways. We're losing with being able to sign formidable players, like top 5 players. We're losing on that, and then we're not going deep in the playoffs. So we're losing on getting good players, and we're losing, trying to advance to get championships or Super Bowl. He killing us on both sides. Man. He is killing us on both sides of the spectrum. True gospel. I wonder if Steven is more about the money and not about the brand, because ain't Steven co-owner of the Cowboys with Jerry and Jerry done after this year? Yeah, but I think he's a part of it too. He's trying to act like he being cheap, but Todd France took his ass for this last contract with Dak. I'm kind of thinking just like Dak said, more people will see the brand, like the brand. We get more exposure because of the brand, and everybody benefits from it. So Stephen Jones benefits from the brand. Dak said that shit plain and simple. It's the brand. Robert Prayers. Dak had CD with Penn by 10 with 10 yards against us and overthrew him by 7. But he's an accurate deep ball thrower. He's one of the best deep ball throwers. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Vanessa Brown, JB is back. I never left, Vanessa. What's happening? DC at Devil Dog. That's why I said that about the too high safety, because that's what the Eagles play most of the time. Yeah, he gonna fold. He gonna shrivel up against too high safety. He so hell there. He panics every time. Matt Burke, Dak fans think Dak isn't a game manager, but he never has enough help. Make that make sense. Make it make sense, bro. True gospel. Who you think will win a playoff game against each other? Dak when he went 9-7, or Tebow when he was with the Broncos? I got 50 on Tebow. Tebow got hard. Tebow put Pittsburgh. That's what Pittsburgh was balling. Tebow went smack Pittsburgh and got that playoff win. He sure hell did. He sure hell did. True gospel. Matt Burke. The no trade clause doesn't make Dak untradeable. You can trade him, but he has to waive the clause for the trade. Yeah, that's true. He got to waive it. Yeah. this happened with Deshaun Watson to the Browns. Yeah, he can waive it. I was thinking he was going to waive it I thought he was going to waive it to go ahead and step up and hit the free agent market because Jerry Jones was taking so long to get him paid or to sign that deal with him. That's what I kind of thought he was going to do. I'm like, fuck it, I'm a free. But what it showed me is Dak is so comfortable with the Cowboys that he's scared to hit the free agent market. See, he know what he got with the Cowboys. He don't have to really get us deep in the playoffs. But if he was to go to another team, it was going to be higher expectations for him, you know what I'm saying, to ball out. And to me, just like he ran and faked that injury, he knew what that upcoming schedule was coming. He let Cooper Rush, who didn't play with the starters or had any OTAs or training camp or practice with the starters, he let Cooper Rush go out there with a more injured team than he had, where he played with his 8 games because he bitched out. He knew what the competition was coming up next was. He knew that shit. DC Big Osa, do you think that Dak is sitting around laughing to himself about how he's fried Jerry Jones with no mask? I think he is. It's big talk with Dak Prescott in the offseason and training camp, mini camp, OTAs. That's why I'm waiting for goddamn September 4th, Thursday night, the start of the season. This is when I'll be looking and judging the team. We gonna see, boy. Oh yeah, we gonna see. The real fan, Matt Burke. What team would want to take on Dak's contract? Yeah, that's true too. If we try to trade him, who gonna take that contract? Man, I hope it's a way something we can figure out to get his ass off the team with this damn contract. I know if it is the 26-27 season, we're gonna have to take a hit. Shit. Yeah. Woo, boy, I made a video about this guy contract, man, like months ago when he first got the shit. I was like, man, this contract done fucked us up, man. True gospel. Yes, Todd Franz did. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah, man. Shit, Devil Dog, true gospel. His best days are way behind him. He won't see another winning season in Dallas, in my opinion. I don't think he will either, Devil Dog. I don't think he will either. Shit. Rick Money, what up, JB? They say Jalen came into the league to a stacked roster when he came to a trash multiple third-string roster, and Dak came into the league with Zeke, Dez, with right, man. No, Jalen Hurts didn't. I just said 2020, he was drafted. He didn't even really play. But when he played in 2021, he started the whole season. His best weapon was Devonta Smith. He didn't have, who was his running back? I want to say Miles Sanders. Or, damn, what was the other running back? No, the other running back they had, they went to the Super Bowl with. I forget his name, though. I mean, he didn't have Saquon Barkley the year previous for this year when they went to the Super Bowl. Hurts didn't have no stacked team. In 2021, like I just said, he had less weapons than Dak. And he did more with less than Dak did. Got his team to the Super Bowl, which is Devonta Smith. And I think Dallas Goedert, tight end. Jason, the Jones family's personal wealth does not have anything to do with the salary cap. They have an incentive to win because the value of the team will increase. Paying out money to the cap is easy for JJ. No, that personal money don't. No, it don't. It really don't have nothing to do with the cap. Matt Burke, Fast JB, that would be scared on. Yeah, he would be, man. Because they will really be, it won't be no, it was the defense or it won't be all those excuses. Because they'll be looking at Dak how they put him up as this top 5 elite quarterback. They be like, okay, you top 5 elite, bro, then you supposed to be doing something when you know what I'm saying? It ain't about what the defense didn't do or the run game didn't do or what the penalties we had or injuries we had. It ain't about all that, bro. We expect you to get the job done, DC. That was Tebow's signature game. Can anyone name a Dak Prescott signature game? Anyone? Yeah, he beat a good team, bro. Pittsburgh was hot that year. Yeah. No, I don't know no signature game for Dak. I know what the Dak fanboys say his signature game is. Retiring Tom Brady. He retired Tom Brady. That's their signature game for Dak. True gospel. I hope Joe Milton shines or we stuck with khaki Dak. I hope Joe Milton, I'm just not looking at Joe Milton being ready, but I hope he step up somehow. If he get a chance, I hope he do. I hope he do, bro. Robert Perry, JB, who does Dallas have scrimmages during preseason? I know they're going with the Rams first. I know they're starting with the Rams. They seem to have been starting out with them for the last 4 years, I think. But yeah, they're starting with the Rams this season. Jason, yes, exactly. Both Michael and Dak know exactly what it means to be on the Dallas platform in terms of endorsements. That's why Dak's agent wanted nothing to do with the trade. And Dak either. Dak didn't have no big enough nuts in his draws to hit the free agent market. He knew better. That's why he waited. He knew eventually, shit, I don't know why he did, but that damn Jerry Jones cave, goddamn. He fucking caved. Duff Dog, nobody wants Dak or his worst in his contract. We're stuck with his ass, unfortunately. Yep. I think Jerry Jones pissed about that shit because he said it in that press conference. He notated it twice. He said Dak's name one of the times. Jerry pissed about that, boy. He got robbed. Hawk, what's up, Hawk? What it do, bro? The Jones have $80 million per year tied up with Dak and Osa. That's a sign. Don't forget about CD. That's a sign that they don't have a damn clue about how to build a team. They are football dummies. Oh boy, it is reflecting too, because they signing all the wrong players, starting with Dak. Boy, and I'm scared they're gonna overpay Michael Parsons too. River Leaf. Sometimes I almost feel bad for Cowboys fans, and then I remember all the bullshit y'all talk, and I'm happy you get what the fuck you deserve. Hey man, watch out now. Come on, River. You should say that to them Dak fanboys that be talking all that shit and hyping up the team. I'm a realist. I don't drink that Kool-Aid. I done got this shit for the last. I mean, it's been 30 years since we've been to the damn NFC Championship game, but for the last 10 years, bro, I used to could talk shit about my team, but I can't talk shit about my team, man. I can't talk shit about my team. True gospel. You right about that, Devil Dog. Yep, facts, Devil Dog. Chris E. I forgot Cooper Rush is gone. We got no safety net anymore. Once Dak crashes out, it will get even uglier. With 3 might be a 5. Oh, okay. So the 3 might be 5-win team with our schedule. Matt Burke, that signature game was a 2024 Falcons game. We effing suck. The 2024 Falcons game? Hey, Matt Burke, when he was walking up and down. Hey, well, y'all see my video. Y'all Did y'all see him walk over there to CD? The man was down on the other side, on the far end of the sideline when CD came off the field hurt. He walked over to CD. Y'all see him walking up? This is after he tore his hamstring off the bone. Dak delusional. What's up, bro? Man, what it do? What it do? Dak fans always saying Dak never had a team. Man, they constantly say that shit. Constantly say that shit. But we all know what Zach Martin said. We all know what Zach Martin said, goddamn. Hold up, you know what? I think I want to play that with what Zach Martin said. Do I got that in the queue? Oh, let me see if here we go. Yeah, let me play what Zach Martin said. Oh, here we go.
You know,
Philly by far.
Not even close.
Not even close. Not even close.
What do you hate?
And I think
Who did you hate the most in your division? Did you hate the Eagles? Like, you know,
Philly by far. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close.
What do you hate
and I
about
think
the Eagles? Because there's a lot of Eagles fans listening because it's kind of a Philly.
Yeah.
Like tell them what you hate about them if you can.
Dude, I like, it's like I hate them by far, like my least favorite team, but like I also loved playing Philly. I loved playing in Philly. It's my favorite away stadium by far. Not even close. Great grass, and we play there Sunday night. Every time we played there, it was a Sunday night or it was the prime time afternoon game. So like it was always great atmosphere. We always had good games, and that was like when I was in Dallas. Like that was by far our biggest rivalry. Like, you know, I would say majority of the time we beat Washington and New York over the last 10 years. Where Philly, it was always like, who's it going to be, Dallas or Philly? The thing that pisses me off about Philly the most, bro, honestly, is like they have two Super Bowls since I've been playing it. And I'm like, dude, we've had teams that are as good, if not that's what bugs me about it. It's like they found a way to put it together and win a couple Super Bowls. And that's what bugs me about it. It's like they found a way to put it together and win a couple Super Bowls, and we've shit down our leg and lost since I've been playing it. And I'm like, dude, we've had teams that are as good, if not that's what bugs me about it. It's like they found a way to put it together and win a couple Super Bowls, and we've shit down our leg and lost.
Who did you hate the most in your division? Did you hate?
He can't say it no better than what he said, bro. And Zach Martin can say we had teams as good or even better than the Eagles, and we still didn't get it done. How them Dak fanboys gonna be saying we had no team? That's what they were saying about when they was playing what the Bryce Butler said. Come on, man. We've had teams. He's had plenty of weapons around him. Jason, the problem with Dak's contract is that he is not playing to the value of the contract. Performance versus pay versus ability to keep or acquire new talent. He's garbage. Garbage. Dak delusional. Jerry said, I paid Dak and he faked the injury. Exactly. Robert Perez had Matt. That was caught on national TV. He said we suck. Matt Burke, just remember his training camp. Dak fans only allow good vibes. Right. Right. DC, the league is better when the Cowboys are better. I miss the old NFC East when everyone was good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Matt Burke. JB did a Dak documentary. Oh, JB did a Dak documentary in that video. We all saw the evidence. Dak faked the injury. Yeah. Go look at that video, y'all. True gospel. It's pretty sad that Joe Burrow made the Super Bowl with no O-line, but Dak haven't made it yet to the NFC Championship in like a decade with the Cowboys. And he has way better offensive line than Joe Burrow did. I did a comparison with Joe Burrow versus Dak Prescott, who had the better weapons. And once again, Dak Prescott came out with the better overall team, the better overall weapons. Yes, he did. Double Dog. Matt, he's a fake ass. His post game loss speeches. He said the same thing over and over too. Rick Money. I was laughing when someone said Dak is a dual threat QB because he's gonna give you some teasers. Yeah, they trying to say he a dual. He gonna be more of a dual threat quarterback this season. Yeah, he gonna give more goddamn picks and fumbles. Said he don't be running and throwing that ball as a dual threat QB. Yeah, he gonna be throwing picks and coughing it up. Said that's what I see. Chrissy, Dak's end of the game was in a 2023 wild card game, crying on the sideline after giving Green Bay 14 points. You know, he got that he get that look in his eye when he be looking at the scoreboard. He just be, bro. But he gave him 2 touchdowns. Right. He threw a touchdown to the Green Bay team before he threw a touchdown to his own team. Are you kidding me? Dak delusional. When Dak faked his injury, Terry Bradshaw said Rush needed to keep the job, keep Dak on the bench. Yeah, but they let Cooper Rush go and did him dirty at the end of the season for that one game, so he could have got that bonus. That was crazy. Robert Perez, is it me or is it a coincidence that when Dak is playing like shit, he gets a season-ending injury? Hey. Something always happens. You're right, Robert Perez. Something always happens. Dak IQ is negative. 1.4 GPA. He's a genius. Oh shit! True Gospel. I'm going to have to subscribe to this channel. Hopefully one day I can go live with you, JB. That's cool. That's what's up, man. Go ahead and subscribe. Y'all hit that like button too for me, y'all. Go ahead and give me that sub, man. Hey, True Gospel, man. I'm trying to get 1,000 subs for the first game of the season, man. Hopefully we can celebrate my 1,000 subs and we can celebrate a victory. And actually, my birthday is on the 5th, so maybe I can give me an early birthday gift. We get a W. But yeah, man, hit that subscribe button for me, man. I'm trying to get that goal of 1,000 for the season start. I'm gonna go live on that game. Yes, sir. Yeah, he a super genius, Matt. Yeah, the real fan. It seems like fanboy Super Bowl is giving players like Dak and Michael big contracts. And that's a shame, real fan. That's so you right there, they fanboys. They're not fans of the team. They're fans of individual players that play for the Cowboys. That's bullshit. Yeah, Matt Burke. Yeah, I'm close, Matt. Yeah, man. I'm almost there, bro. I think I would get it. I'm almost there. I appreciate y'all too, man. George, how many games the Cowboys have to lose before the fan base lose the trust in Shouty? I think if he don't do good this season, they'll give him another season because they might this is first year coaching, you know, blah blah blah. So I don't know. I think he'll still get another season, even if we don't go to the playoffs this season. I think they're gonna at least give him another one. True Gospel. Dak says in the huddle, okay, guys, fake an injury on ready, set, go. Oh shit. That's facts, bro. Oh shit. Man. Robert Perez. Yo, JB, we're going to be sporting those fire retro unis on Christmas. Oh, yeah? The real fan. They wanted Cowboys to go all in after Packers playoff loss. Yet that would have backfired on that. Man. Like I said before, man, you can just do the all-man team. It don't matter. It don't matter what, so not a bit. Double Dog, our schedule is brutal. I can't wait. Got your popcorn ready, man. Yeah. I think we play what, 6? Is it 6 or 8? I think it's like 6 to 8 playoff teams we're gonna play this season. Like only like teams I think is gonna be like the NFC East, but only team I can see him like probably beating up on the Giants and splitting with the Commanders and Eagles. But to me, them might be the easiest wins. I mean, he got a couple bums out there we're gonna play, but for the majority of the part, that schedule is brutal. You're right. See, at the late, even since that 2023 season, when the NFC was really at its worst, especially with the Giants, Washington, and Eagles, they were 26, 30, 26, 30th, and 32nd in defense, in pass defense. So that's how he racked up all those yards, got all those touchdowns against the Commanders and the Giants, and even in the Eagles. The Eagles was the worst. They was 32nd in 23. So it's not no easy schedule in the division. It ain't no easy schedule against the conference. It ain't no easy schedule on the outer conference either. Matt Burke, Shotty won't get fired. We all know Jerry. Nah, they'll give him a year or two because it's his first time coaching. Yeah, if we don't make the playoffs, I don't think nothing gonna happen to Shotty this season. True gospel. I make sure I subscribe to my third channel. I'm a dog breeder as well, so I got you, JB. If you ever need a Cowboys pup, all right. Man, my kids be wanting to play a puppy, man, but they got a turtle right now. I don't know where they're gonna be responsible because I ain't got time to take care of little puppy. You know, dogs, boy, you gotta take care of dogs, bro. They ain't just to be having around. You know what I'm saying? So they got a turtle right now. I might step their game up, True Gospel. I don't know. I gotta see how they do. The real fan. When I said that in Mark Holmes' live stream, I got threatened about, man, you say anything against those guys, anything they say, bro, they're gonna do that shit. Going all in means they still will have had to beat the Eagles and Chiefs. I didn't never see that happening. Nope. Not at all. George, my 49ers got the easiest schedule in football, Super Bowl in Levi Stadium. They got the easiest schedule this season? Hey, George, what do you think about Purdy being signed to his contract? You think he was worth it? You think Purdy was worth that contract, George? Dak delusional. Dak fanboys love stats and want us to expect nothing out of Dak. Right. They think we supposed to goddamn go hard for his stats. Well, his stats ain't got us nowhere. Shit. Robert Perez, this is for Devil Dog. Texas 42, Oklahoma 17. Arch 4 TDs with 330 passing yards. Woo! Devil Dog, Robert, no sir. We have reloaded, ready to shock some of these teams this year. I hope anyway, yeah. Matt Burke, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He keep whipping Dak ass. Shit, Purdy owns Dak. Enjoy, yeah, because they're gonna always keep weapons around him. Well, he ain't got Debo. He ain't got what you got? Ayuk still on the team. Who's it? Jennings, he still got Jennings, Ayuk, McCaffrey coming back. Ain't they missing a couple players on defense too? Y'all missing a couple players on defense y'all had last year, right? Real fan. The G really thought Cowboys would have been legit Super Bowl contenders by signing and getting players. Did he forget they have Dak the Duck? Yeah, he forgot. Man, you know he the biggest. He one of the biggest Slurpees on Dak. Are you kidding me? He swear Dak top 5 elite. Say somebody else better than Dak. Dak ain't in the top 5 of G. Boy, he'll have a fucking conniption. That dude have a conniption. Are you kidding me? He has to have a losing record against rookies. Pathetic. Matt Burke, D2. The Mike, what did he say? The Mike Lane Duck. Dak Duck is back. The real friend. Brock Purdy's contract can make it hard for them to have players around him. Ain't Brock only getting like 51 or some shit? You got what, 51, 52? I think they should be able to do something around that. George Debo been trash since he signed his contract. Pull his stats up. Yeah, I've heard that, George. I heard from some Niner fans that Debo been going down and shit. Yeah, I did hear some shit about that. Yeah, he had been hurt a lot. Yeah, that's true. He's been hurt a lot with y'all at some points. True Gospel. I just subscribed to a channel from my third account, Christian World Kennel. I got my standard bully female on there, and my other pets and breeders. Okay, all right. Appreciate that, True Gospel. You got 3 accounts. Well, subscribe with all 3 accounts, then, bro. Shit. Matt Burke, Mighty. Okay, my bad. The real thing. 53 mil a year for. Okay, 53. Okay. Dak should have been down there. Shit. Still getting 60 mil. Are you fucking kidding me? He a little fat in camp out here. Yeah, they were saying, I think BC broke that down though. I think I seen a video with Big Country broke that down with Debo in the camp with the Commanders. I think that was a good video he made. George, Kyle took years off his career, putting him in running back. Yeah. I think they might shit. I think the Commanders was it Cliff Kingsbury? Is that his name, the OC for Washington? I think he might try to use Debo coming out the backfield too. I don't know. Maybe he'll be an over the middle possession receiver or some shit. You might be right. They might not need to put him back there, but I think they might try to put Debo back there again like he used to do with the Niners. Yeah. The real fan. Dak should have gotten less than Hurts. Shit, he should have got less than goddamn Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes making $45 million a year, bro. That got 3 Super Bowls. True Gospel. Heck yeah, I will make sure, buddy. I appreciate you making this content and keeping it 100. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, True Gospel, for coming through, man. Yeah, I got to keep it real for my people, man. Somebody got to talk about the shit that's going on instead of slurping all the time. We got to keep it real. Devil Dog, these boys have been eating good. He's filled out for the command. Yeah, he did look a little bit, a little chunky. He did look a little chunky. Robert Perez, video this past week showed Debo weight loss working on quick release and change our direction. Okay. I guess he's going to get ready to start to lose some of that weight then, George. They set Purdy contract up where they can cut him in 2 seasons with no penalty on the cap. Okay. Well, that was smart. Because our capologist is getting taken to the shed with that contract. Said Dak delusional. Danny White said Dak should give his teammates that carry him some of his money. But that's the point of him. Should have been, more wanting to sign a contract that wouldn't hurt the cap, that would benefit him and benefit him being able to have his players around him to make it easier for Jerry Jones to go get these top-notch players, Derrick Henry if they wanted him, type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Dog, Robert, he needs to go on a seafood diet. Matt Burke. Well, Mahomes might have 3 Super Bowl rings, but he doesn't have a runner-up the MVP award. And boy, they talk shit about that runner-up the MVP award, boy, like he won the MVP. Like he was the MVP of the Super Bowl. That's how much they lift that shit up, like it really means something. They make us look bad as Cowboy fans. So that's why I gotta have this channel. So anybody that stop by here, they're gonna get the real. They're not gonna get no Kool-Aid, sugar-coated bullshit. No, man. I gotta represent for some of our realistic fans who see the bullshit and is not gonna really stand up for that shit. I don't know, man. Matt Burke, Dak is scared of a Super Bowl. That's why he maxed out the bank. Dak is thinking about the brand of the team. It's about the brand. That's what that shit is. It's about the brand. Oh, shit. True gospel. I like watching your channel for real. You will actually have a debate and be cool about it. I said something was about something on Dak Fanboy YouTube page, and he got mad and called me a douchebag. Oh yeah, they get in their feelings about Dak, bro. I'm telling you, it's personal with them. They like the shit that went down when I was on Tuck Channel, and what I said about Dak made other Dak fanboys get mad. I didn't say nothing personal about them or to them, but because I said something about Dak that hurt their feelings. It's like, damn, you got some personal stuff with this guy, Dak Prescott. I'm talking about his play on the field. But you clearly got some personal feelings for this guy, because otherwise you wouldn't be so emotional because somebody said something about him and didn't even say nothing about you or to you. Like, damn. Real friend. So legitimately said that of a home. They said Dak has had bad coaching, unlike Mahomes. Andy Reid was ringless before. Right. Man, I can't believe Bryce Butler said Dak Prescott could win a Super Bowl in Kansas City, but Mahomes couldn't win no Super Bowl with the Cowboys with all the weapons Dak has had since 2016. Oh, shit. Are you kidding me? Matt Burke, it's about the QBs that come after me with contracts. What a clown. Right. And none of them signed more than what he did. It was about 4 or 5 quarterbacks that signed their contracts since Dak has. And none of them signed a higher contract than him. But yeah, he talking about he looking out for the what did he say? Oh shit. Something about the players of the league bullshit. Real fan. Howie Roseman wouldn't have even given Dak the first big contract. So we continue to lose. Matt, he's a mental midget who can't run, overthrow a football, or hold on to very long. Like he has baby hands with butter on it. He needs some stickum. But therapy should be mandatory for Dak fans. I'm saying, hey, they crazy, bro. Dak delusional. Dak is 5 of 16 in his career versus top 10 defense in points allowed, bro. That's why when he go up against a good team, he fold, bro. And it's a shame he's been in the league this long, but he still can't decipher those different defenses. This guy has seen every defense in the league, but he still gets shook. he still gets shook. It's crazy, man. True gospel. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of said something personal about Dak fanboys. I got sick and tired of the girly feelings. But sorry for my rumbles and my non-stickers. Hey, man, it's all good. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Devil Dog, he needs to go find Lester Hayes. Oh, boy, y'all killing me, bro. Man, I love y'all be in my chat, bro. The real for that delusional fans. When was the last win against a top 10 defense? When was Dak's last win versus a top 10 defense? Let's think. Let me see. Shit, we could be sitting here for a long time. Goddamn. Oh crap! A great defense. They're going to play two safeties. Oh shit! Hey y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Yeah, I came in a little late tonight, but man, Eagles 2022. Did he fall? Yeah, he lost in that game because he got down, stepped out of bounds, trying to get the 2-point conversion. Yeah, that's crazy. Highest paid loser all time. But hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all, man, coming through with me tonight. I just want to talk about that Jerry Jones at that goddamn press conference. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna lay it down for the night. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I'm gonna try to go live again before this week is out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I holla at y'all, man. I'm going. I thank y'all once again for supporting me, man. Getting my subs up, helping me get to that goal, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, but Dak delusional. He threw three 2 picks and he had 3 turnovers in that game. He had 3 turnovers in that game, bro. But yeah, man, I'm out, man. I appreciate y'all once again, man. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.